Picture this, it's Sunday evening. Your stomach tightens. Monday morning looms ahead like a dark cloud. You're about to spend another week doing something that drains your soul. Now, imagine the opposite. Waking up excited, energized, with a clear sense of why you're here. This isn't fantasy. It's what the Japanese call Ikigai, and it might be the missing piece in your life. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're exploring one of Japan's most powerful philosophies, Ikigai, which translates to reason for being. Here's what you're going to discover in this video. First, we'll uncover what Ikigai truly means, and why the popular four-circle diagram you've probably seen online is actually a Western interpretation that misses the heart of this ancient wisdom. You'll learn the Japanese way to living the Ikigai, how ordinary people in Okinawa, the island with the world's highest number of centenarians, use this philosophy not to find the perfect career, but to find joy in everyday moments. We'll explore the connection between Ikigai and longevity. Why do people who have a strong sense of purpose live longer, healthier lives? The science behind this is fascinating. Then, I'll walk you through practical steps to discover your own Ikigai, not through complex frameworks, but through honest self-reflection and small daily actions. And finally, we'll discuss how to maintain your Ikigai in a world obsessed with productivity, instant results, and external validation. By the end of this video, you'll understand why Ikigai isn't about finding your dream job or making millions. It's about something far more profound and accessible. Whether you're feeling lost in your career, questioning your life's direction, or simply curious about Japanese wisdom, this philosophy offers a refreshing perspective that could transform how you approach each day. Before we begin, we invite you to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. This helps us continue creating content that explores meaningful philosophies from cultures around the world. Now let's get back to the video. The Western understanding. You have probably seen the diagram. 4 overlapping circles representing what you love, what you're good at, what the world needs, and what you can be paid for. Where they all meet. That's supposedly your Ikigai. There's just one problem. This isn't Japanese. This Venn diagram was created by a Spanish astrologer named Andrés Zuzunaga in 2011, and later popularized by Mark Wynne, a British consultant. It was never part of traditional Japanese culture. Ask actual Japanese people about this diagram, and most will tell you, that's not Ikigai. So what happened? Basically, the West took a beautiful, simple concept and complicated it. We turned it into a productivity tool, a career planning framework, a path to success. We did what we always do. We tried to optimize it, monetize it, make it measurable. But authentic Ikigai isn't about optimization. It's about something much quieter, much deeper. In Japan, Ikigai doesn't require you to be paid. It doesn't demand that the world needs it. It doesn't even require you to be particularly good at it. True Ikigai is simply this, something that makes you feel alive. It's the gardener who tends her tomatoes at dawn, not for money, but because she loves watching things grow. It's the grandfather who teaches his grandson to fold origami cranes, finding joy in the patient repetition. It's the calligraphy student who practices the same stroke 1,000 times, seeking not perfection, but presence. These are Ikigai. Small, personal, often invisible to the world. No grand purpose. No world-changing mission. Just a genuine spark of aliveness. The four-circle model isn't wrong, exactly. It's useful for career planning. But it captures only one possible expression of Ikigai, what the Japanese might call your profession. And a profession is just one small piece of a meaningful life. The Okinawan secret. Let's travel to Okinawa, a small island in southern Japan. This place holds a mystery that scientists have studied for decades. Okinawa has more people living past 100 years old than anywhere else on Earth. Not just living, but thriving, active, sharp-minded, joyful. What's their secret? Researchers have explored their diet, their exercise habits, their genetics. All important, yes. But there's something else, something less tangible. When you ask elderly Okinawans about their lives, They don't talk about achievement or success. They talk about their daily rituals, their morning walks, their vegetable gardens, their conversations with neighbors, their community gatherings. They talk about their Ikigai. One 102-year-old woman said her Ikigai was her great-great-grandchildren. Not raising them, simply watching them play, hearing them laugh. Another centenarian, a man of 98, said his Ikigai was tending his small field of bitter melon. He wasn't selling it for profit. He gave most of it away to neighbors. But every morning, he'd walk out to check on his plants, pull weeds, adjust the soil. "It gives me a reason to get up," he explained simply. This is the essence. Ikigai doesn't have to be impressive. It just has to be yours. The Okinawan concept of Ikigai is deeply tied to community. They have a tradition called moai, social groups that meet regularly to support each other. Your Ikigai often involves other people, but not in a transactional way. It's about genuine connection, about being part of something larger than yourself. And here's the crucial finding from longevity research. People with a strong sense of Ikigai live 7 years longer on average. They have lower rates of cardiovascular disease, lower rates of Alzheimer's, better immune function. Why? Because purpose reduces stress. It gives structure to your days. It makes you want to take care of yourself. When you have a reason to wake up tomorrow, you're more likely to make choices today that ensure you'll be healthy tomorrow. Ikigai isn't just philosophy. It's medicine. The state of flow. There's a concept in psychology called flow. That state where you're so absorbed in an activity that time disappears. You're fully present, fully engaged, operating at the peak of your abilities without strain. Athletes call it being in the zone. Artists call it losing yourself in the work. Ikigai is the key that unlocks flow. Imagine a 100-year-old sushi master who has been preparing sushi for over 80 years. Same restaurant, same techniques, yet he never grows bored. Why? Because he's found his Ikigai in the pursuit of perfect sushi. Not perfect in some absolute sense, but perfect according to his evolving standards. Each day brings subtle refinements, tiny adjustments, new insights. He experiences flow not occasionally, but daily. This is what sustained passion looks like. The beautiful thing about flow is that it's available to everyone, in any activity. You don't need to be a master or an expert. You just need to be fully engaged in something that challenges you slightly beyond your current abilities. A home cook experimenting with a new recipe experiences flow. A writer struggling to find the right word experiences flow. When you align your activities with your Ikigai, when you do things that genuinely make you feel alive, you naturally enter flow more often. And the more time you spend in flow, the more meaningful your life feels. This creates a virtuous cycle. Ikigai leads to flow. Flow reinforces Ikigai. And both contribute to a sense that your life has purpose and direction. The Japanese have long understood this intuitively. Their concept of shokunin, the artisan who dedicates their life to mastering a craft, embodies this principle. Not for fame or fortune, but for the inherent satisfaction of doing something excellently. The practice of finding your Ikigai. So how do you actually discover your Ikigai? Not through analysis, not through frameworks, but through attention. Step 1. Notice what makes you feel alive. Not what impresses others. Not what you think should make you feel alive, but what actually does. Pay attention to those moments when you lose track of time. When you feel energized rather than drained. When you find yourself smiling for no particular reason. These are clues. Maybe it's the moment you're explaining a concept to someone and they suddenly understand. Maybe it's when you're organizing your space and everything has its place. Maybe it's when you're listening to music with your full attention. Keep a simple journal for a week. Each evening, write down one moment from the day when you felt genuinely alive. Not happy, necessarily. Not successful. Just alive, present, engaged. Patterns will emerge. Step 2. Start small. You don't need to overhaul your entire life. In fact, please don't. The Japanese concept of kaizen, continuous small improvement, applies here. Make tiny adjustments toward more aliveness. If you notice you feel alive when helping others, start by holding the door open for people. If you feel alive when creating things with your hands, spend 10 minutes this week sketching or molding clay or building something simple. These small acts plant seeds. Some will grow into deeper ikigais. Others won't, and that's fine. The key is consistency over intensity. Better to spend 10 minutes a day on something that makes you feel alive than to plan a massive life change you'll never execute. Step 3. Release the need for significance. Your ikigai doesn't need to change the world. It doesn't need to go on your resume. It doesn't need to impress anyone at parties. The pressure to find a significant ikigai often blocks us from discovering our actual ikigai. Give yourself permission to find joy in ordinary things. The Japanese aesthetic of wabi-sabi, finding beauty in imperfection and impermanence, applies here. Your ikigai might be as simple as making the perfect cup of tea, or as quiet as sitting by a window watching birds, or as humble as keeping your workspace clean and organized. These small ikigais are often the most sustainable, because they're woven into the fabric of daily life rather than requiring special circumstances. Step 4. Cultivate patience. This is perhaps the hardest step for modern minds trained on instant gratification. Finding your ikigai is not like finding your keys. It's not hiding somewhere waiting to be discovered. It's cultivated, grown, developed over time. Remember the old Japanese student's wisdom: add thin sheets of paper one by one every day. You don't wake up one morning having found your ikigai. You wake up hundreds of mornings, each time slightly more aware of what makes you feel truly alive. This requires patience, trust, faith in the process. The Western mind wants to grab ikigai and pin it down. But ikigai is more like a relationship than a possession. It deepens through attention, care, and time. Living your ikigai in a distracted world. Here's the final challenge. How do you maintain your ikigai in a world designed to distract you? Social media constantly asks, are you impressive? Are you successful? Are you doing enough? Your ikigai whispers, are you alive? Are you present? Are you growing? These are different questions requiring different answers. To protect your ikigai, you need boundaries. Protect your time. If your ikigai is playing guitar, but you never actually pick up the guitar because you're scrolling through your phone, then your ikigai will wither. Create sacred time, even just 15 minutes a day, that's dedicated to whatever makes you feel alive. Protect this time fiercely. Protect your attention. The culture of constant productivity will tell you that time spent on activities that don't produce results is wasted time. But ikigai often lives in seemingly unproductive activities. Walking in nature, having long conversations, making art no one will see. These aren't wastes of time. They're the point of time. Protect your motivation. Don't turn your ikigai into a side hustle unless that feels genuinely right. The moment you start asking, how can I monetize this? You risk corrupting the pure joy that made it ikigai in the first place. Some ikigais should remain uncommercialized, unprofessionalized, unoptimized. They're valuable precisely because they exist outside the logic of markets and metrics. This doesn't mean you can't make money from your ikigai. Many people do. But approach it carefully, always checking, does this still make me feel alive? Or have I turned joy into obligation? Finally, remember that ikigai is deeply personal. Your ikigai might look boring to someone else. Their ikigai might look boring to you. And that's exactly how it should be. You're not living for an audience. You're living for the quiet satisfaction of being fully yourself, doing things that resonate with your deepest nature. In Okinawa, they say the happiest people aren't those who achieve the most. They're those who spend the most time in a state of flow, doing what they love, connected to others, with a sense of purpose that gets them out of bed each morning. That's Ikigai. Not a diagram. Not a career strategy. Not a productivity hack. Just a life lived with attention, intention, and a genuine sense of aliveness. Your Ikigai is already there, waiting. Not in some distant future when you've figured everything out, but right here, right now, in the small choices you make about how to spend your precious days. What makes you feel alive? Start there. Thanks for watching until the end. Remember to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. If this knowledge helped you in any way, please leave a like. Tell us, what's your Ikigai? Or what small thing makes you feel genuinely alive? Share it in the comments below. We read every single one, and we'd love to hear your story. See you in the next video.